All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Weibo Gaming Shin in the bottom right side of the map, Classic in the top left. And fascinatingly, Shin just went 13 Overlord. Which means I think he's going spawning pool first, right? I think the only time you do that is if you want to go for like a 16 pool, I think. Let's find out. What have you got in store for us? It's the grand finals of the Wardi Mondays, number 43. It has been a stacked lineup. We have already seen Clem, Rainer, Bian, Gumiho. I think I'm missing a few other names, but already, I mean, all those players have been eliminated. These two are in the grand finals. I mean, it has been a stacked bracket. It has been a really fun tournament, and these two have just been swinging for the fences, knocking out top-tier opponents left, right, and center. It's going to be a gate scout for Classic, and Shin goes for a hatchery first. Oh, it's just a normal hatch gas pool, but with an old-school 13 Overlord. Okay. Oh, that's different. I thought he did the 15 Overlord like everybody else. Fascinating. Oh, drone's going to attack him. I would have pulled all the drones to kill that. I wouldn't have killed it. He would have got away. I would have wasted mining time. But when they harass your mineral line from inside the pocket like that, I just cannot resist. Like, it is too obnoxious. I'm like, I have to waste time attacking you. You guys know when, like, Hero always does that, and no one ever tries to attack it. Dark would be the one guy who would occasionally just kill the probe, and you'd be like, oh, I always assumed he'd react fast enough to avoid it. But no, even Hero would just lose the probe sometimes. But Classic causing a nuisance, kicking up a stink in the base, and he's going to go for the gate Cybercore, I guess the second gate over here. Pretty good wall off. Assume he's going for that right side third base rather than the forward one. Second gas, second pylon, all good stuff. And of course, he's still being a nuisance back over here. Oh, the workers did get pushed off their patches there for a moment, but looks like they're all balanced out. You can see they're all mining evenly. Probe did accidentally mine some minerals, so he's got to back off 4 lings, 2 queens, and of course, normally you'd go ling speed pretty quickly, but interestingly, Shin has actually pulled off gas a little bit early. That's a very Zerg versus Terran type thing to do. Maybe he knows Classic is just so defensive. Classic's chronoing an Adept. If he drops another chrono in here, that delayed ling speed might hurt Shin. No second chrono though. So a bit more chilled out, chronoing probes instead. Double chrono on the probes. Very economic focus for Classic. Classic's kind of the king of late game PvZ, and I think a lot of people are curious is how solid is he against your Shins, your Solars, your guys who are going to do a lot of mid-game timings. Oh, that's a crazy choice by Classic. Yeah, those drones are going to wrap around. Felt a little unnecessary to attack that with the drones. I don't know if you guys agree. I feel like he could have killed that 100% with just the queens and zerglings. Maybe pull 2 or 3 drones to intercept. But I think maybe the Spore Tricks, the defensive micro, might have been a better focus for Shin, as he is now 6 workers behind. That being said, if you lose an Adept this early, you are light on units. Make it a bit harder to secure the third base for Classic. Rallies a probe to the wall off. Grabs that one. And then, of course, should be rallying back to the minerals, but he's forgotten about it. Looks like the Adept did shade home. Ah, he's rallying to the third now. Nice. First Oracle's out, guys. Doesn't fill it with energy straight away because he wants to instead have these chronos available. He's just now hitting 50 energy. Might fill up the second Oracle potentially, or chrono boost it. We'll find out in a moment. There we go. Getting these Oracles out as fast as possible. Oh, look, a Protoss who knows how to build a wall, says chat. Well, to be fair, he actually can't wall off with a gateway here. So this pylon is actually not placed optimally. It should be 1 or 2 spaces to the left. So, you know, let's be fair to Hero. If the guys on All Things Protoss that do the wall-off guides, Gemini and whatnot, they would criticize this wall-off. They'd be like, well, actually, if you're getting all in by roaches or banelings, you want to be able to wall off with a big structure, not a small, weak structure like a pylon or a shield battery. So if there's not enough space to build a gateway and a cybercore, actually, it's not that good. But yeah, definitely doesn't have the weaknesses of a hero wall in that you've got a full space overlap, really clean area to put that Adept in there, choke. It's not on the edge on a corner or anything like that. Oh, 3 queens pretty well positioned, but Classic's willing to take a bit of damage to get that much. Yeah, 4 drones, super worth it. Whoa, bit of lag there. Sorry, guys. That's just me computer. And whoa, glaives. Oh, hello. He's a big master of 4-gate glaives. If you're trying to rush Lair and go Hydras, he will hit you with glaive Adepts. Classic has ruined so many Zergs with glaive Adept openings. Rogue especially looked helpless one time he played against him. I can't remember exactly when it was. Are we seeing a Templar Archives, guys? What am I looking at? Is this 4-gate glaives, but also he's gonna have Psystorm really early behind it. I have never seen such a fast. I'm surely not Adept to Archon. This is an odd way of playing, but like I kind of like it. I'm like, if you've got the gas, if it's a delayed Adept timing, why not? And he's trying to make it look like he's not going Glaive. See, this forces out mass Zergling, guys. Because it's like, oh yeah, he's not going Glaives. It's just 5 Adepts, Oracle, being annoying. Shin's up in workers now. He's finally getting his economy underneath him. He's up 5-8 workers. Hydroden's about to go down. Unfortunately for him, there is both the Glaive Adept attack coming. Yes, those units do look blurry when they're on the bridge. So 10 Adepts coming across the map. He's only got Lings to deal with it. Adepts will do pretty well against that. And Psystorm has already begun. What a crazy build. I kind of dig it, man. Oracles and Adepts coming forward. It's like one Zergling runs in on the third. Adepts actually shade forwards. They are going to hug the edge of this map, trying to make sure they get in. So far, only one drone's gone down. Good pull-aways. Very good pull-aways by Shin. And he's going to continue. I think he's going to commit. Yeah. Puts the Adepts in behind the mineral line. Good luck engaging that with Zerglings and Queens. Hydra's on the way, but they're not ready just yet. Massive damage going down here for Classic. Just so much disruption, so much mining time. Hold position. Oh, yeah. Does focus down a bunch of those drones. Adept Shade in the main. A bit of a bad formation, though. 4 Adepts got instantly surrounded. These Adepts in the mineral lines, though, very well placed. Shin is just going to GG out, realizing that is a terrible fight for him. And we know there's more gateways. There's 6 gases coming up in a moment. There's Storm. It's just a disastrous position against someone who's as good in the late game as Classic. There's not much chance, especially with 4 more Adept Shades coming into the third. He's going to have no mining in the main, no mining in the third. A natural with 4 workers mining. He's done for. All right, guys. Weibo Gaming Shin. Going to go for that 15 extractor trick this time around. Classic in the bottom left delay lines. Goes for the early pylon. And are we going Nexus first? Oh, he sends the probe down a little later than I thought he was going to. Not a big deal, of course. You want to chrono your probes first and foremost, and then you build the gateway. Once again, Warloff is very close to where the pylon is, so I guess he could go Cybercore there and then gate down here. Oh, yeah. Even then, it's going to be a bit hard to wall off his pylon, and he puts very far forward, so yeah, it's nitpicking. I think his wall-offs are fine, because at the moment, if you're opening Stargate every game with Oracle, which you are, like when was the last time you saw a Zerg trying to bust through the wall? I think that's the saddest thing about current ZVP is like just the lack of, you know, the early all-ins diminishing more and more as time goes on has been interesting. I think it would be good to bring back the Zerglings. I think it would also be good to try to find ways to like let Protoss have some more cheeky, dirty all-ins that are hard for Zerg to stop, though. That pathway's obviously a bit harder. Bit more brainstorming. Dude, this Oracle micro is, not Oracle, Probe micro is so annoying. The way he's just spinning between the 2 mineral patches, like, yeah, you can't mine here, you can't mine here, no, you can't mine here, you can't mine here. This is like, oh, so obnoxious. I never felt happier than when Cyril said he hates that as well and finds it very frustrating. I was like, oh, just, it's nice. Always thought Cyril would be beyond that. But it is just so funny, because like, the whole purpose of it is just I do an action to force you to an action. I do an action to force you to an action. I do an action forces you to do an action. That's like the whole reason it's so annoying. Is your opponent's like spending a lot of clicks just to make you do more clicking, and you're like, oh, I hate you so much. Just leave. Get out. Stargate goes down. No like gas first greed or anything. I think that's one area I'd love to see Classic just mix in a gas first, no scout build a little bit more frequently. But I think Classic feels so favored against Shin that he's not even worried. I think he's super chilled here in this finals. And I do think Shin, you know, after that last game, you put him on notice. You said, I could go Glaive Adepts at any time. Now, this is where I'd actually like to see Shin play a double mine game. I want him to do the exact same Hydra Rush build. Because the only thing that really counters that is exactly the build that Classic did in that last game. I just don't think Classic's going to do the same build twice in a row. I don't think he's going to do Glaive Adepts after the Oracles. So I actually would love Shin to kind of metagame here and say, look, Classic beat Cyril recently. He is one of the best, if not the best PvZ player in the world right now. I got to do something. I got to take some gambles. You know, we gotta play some mind games. We can't kind of be like, oh, he beat me with Glaive Adepts. Now I have to play safe against Glaive Adepts every game. This is where gambling, this is where the kind of poker element of StarCraft can come in if you're willing to take those risks. See if Shin is willing to do so. First Oracle's about to come out. 2 Adepts are on the front, hanging out. Spore Crawler goes up in the main on time. With 4 more Lings coming in, should be all right. Yeah, that's plenty of Lings. That was good micro by Shin, moving into the patch so that he would be on both sides of those Adepts if they let it finish. Oracle joining! Oracle joining! Those Lings need to get home! Oh, accidentally attacked his own drone for a second there. Bit of a misclick. But spores are up in each base. 3 Overlords are building. Shin will get unsupply blocked as that third hatchery finishes. And we should be seeing, yeah, lots of drones coming out. Of course, Protoss has 39 workers. Third base started. 4 gases goes down. Would not be surprised to see a Twilight in the Forge. Classic, though. Oh, the bug got him. Did you see that, guys? The probe took the gas and then shift clicked it. But if the gas has already started, by the time you give the next order, the probe will always try to mine 1 trip from the gas before it does the next order. That is they fixed the idle worker bug. You guys know when you used to stick workers on a gas that was building, they would show up as idle workers, which was really annoying because sometimes you'd pull them away accidentally, not realizing it was the workers you just told to go on gas a few seconds early. So when they fixed that bug, it kind of broke it for Protoss specifically because they're the only team that can both build a gas and then tell the worker to immediately go do other things. Oracle gets taken down. Really good catch there for Shin. All right, all right. This is what I like to see for Shin, but now he's playing safe, Roachhorn. Terrible, guys. He's letting Classic dictate how the game goes. I'm kidding. I actually think it's perfectly fine. Obviously, the Overlord drop, Queen drop, is one of the best strategies. Roachhorn's not that bad. Yes, it's you know, you're paying to get a bit of extra safety. It does like move the range of strategies that you can do. Hydras will not be as effective off this opening. But I think he's in a good spot. He's got plenty of Lings. They can easily deal with these Adepts because these are non-Glaive Adepts. They don't have the upgrade. And yeah, what else we got? Like Lair on the way, Evo Chamber coming in. That being said, Classic is maintaining a worker lead, and that is always frightening. Oh, great surround. 3 Adepts, or 2 of them go down. Third one almost dies. A few Lings on top here as well. Gonna get a few drone snipes, but I think cleaning all these Adepts up is worth it. And he's going to get at least 1. Does he get another? Hey, only 1 Adept gets out. Good handling by Shin. This feels like such a better opening. 1 Oracle's died. 5 Adepts. You've only lost 4 drones and 5 Zerglings. So even though Classic's been ahead on income, ahead on the work account, I don't know if that matters. I actually think Shin's in a perfectly fine spot because now he can drone and pick his poison. He might go Roach Hydra all in. It's either Roach Hydra all in or Mutas. Because he just doesn't look like he's gearing up for a Roach Max. I'm not sure exactly how to describe why it looks that way, guys. Because he's got 6 gases, I guess. Sometimes it's just like a subconscious pattern recognition. I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm interpreting, you know? You're doing it on a subconscious level, but yeah, it is Spire. So he's got +1 range. +1 range, normally +1 melee is more common with Spire. He does go Overlord speed as well, I think just so he can scout with these guys. Yeah, have fast Overseers zooming around. How many Roaches does he put? If he has to build a lot of Roach Ravager, it makes it harder to go Mutas, but ideally, 7th and 8th gas going up, so we can instantly have 8 gases mining before his 4th is even finished. Hey, Lings get in, catch a Stalker, just seconds behind before Blink is ready. Gonna attack the natural wall as well, not gonna find anything there. And a good pullback. Oh! Are we sure about that move, Classic? Blinking into us around the Zerglings? I know Oracles are good units, they ain't that good, mate. Not 1 Oracle. That was a big doo-doo there. Classic says, you gotta leave. And Shin asserts dominance, takes the free kills. We've got Overlord speed. We've got a Spire. The Spire has not been scouted. There's only 1 Oracle. It's pinned at home. Classic has no idea what's happening in this game. He's got 6 High Templar, 6 Stalkers. He needs to hold that Stalker key right now. He needs to hold it down. He's trying to build 2 cannons and a battery. Classic just doesn't have the information, and this is a disaster for him. 6 Mutalisks on the way. It looks like Shin is going to do a minimal commitment. He's going to go 6 Mutas, distract with it, and then he is going to go for mass Muta. How does Classic know? Can any... What? How does he know it's Mutalisks? Just because he saw so many Zerglings? He's building 2nd Stargate and a cannon in each base. Cannons and batteries in each base. He somehow knows. Classic's actually a wizard. I mean, it makes sense. You saw the Roach Warren. You know he's not rushing Hydras again. What's he going to do? It's either a Roach Hydra all in, fast Lurkers, or it's this play that he's doing right here, which is the Mutas. It is indeed the Mutas. I don't think he's convinced it's Mutas. I think Classic just feels like I'm blind. I'm in a bad spot. Gonna make Stalkers. has no idea. Those 6 meters coming around. He has a cannon, 2 cannons in the natural. I think he's safe against it. It's the ground attack that's going to be the real problem, though. Overlords are going to drop creep. Roach, Ravager, Queen all in. Can he defend it? He's got to go left. Going up that ramp. I always throw games by attacking up that ramp. You got to go left, Shin. Shin making the right decision. Mutas fly past, realizing there's 2 cannons there. There's cannons in the main as well. Ooh, great storm to start, but Roaches are pretty tanky. Bile's trying to come in. There's a good amount of Stalker Storm here. Is it enough Stalkers is the question, because he's got lots of Storm, but he needs relatively consistent other damage, in the Stalkers trying to blink back right now. Cannon in the main base does go down. 2 Phoenix pop out. Mutas are toasted. Cybercore's about to go down. That's a really big problem. Great Storm on the Ravagers. Is it enough? Stalker's going to blink forward. Massive plays for a Classic. Dude, I thought Shin had a pretty good spot here, but it looks like it's just getting absolutely crushed. Classic with the soul read on Shin. He just knows him. He just knows him. Builds cannon barrier. He's taken nothing. He's taken no losses. What has he lost here? Like 4 Stalkers? 14 Stalkers, 2 High Templar, and a cannon for an entire Zerg army. He's got it in the bag. He's still got Storm left over. He can energy recharge these High Templar. He morphs them into Archons. He's going to have to warp in nuance, but look at he's counterattacking. He's like 0 fit. I would argue this is a bit too cocky for Classic. This wasn't all in from Shin, but Classic asserting dominance right now. Blinking forward and just going, get out of here. Get out of here. Damn, dude. He's got 8 gases as well. 8 gases through that. That's game over. It's completely game over. Now, to be fair, I don't like Shin's build, guys. 6 Mutas while just doing a Roach Ravager Queen all in. It feels like you're half-assing the Mutas and you're half-assing the Roach Ravager. But I gotta say, I do not know how Classic got that read, other than the fact that he knows how Shin plays, and he had the soul read. He just built cannon battery everywhere while reinforcing his Stalker Storm and getting a second Stargate. And he didn't build Phoenix at all until he saw the Mutas, but then he instantly chronoed them. Wow. I had an argument today regarding Classic's play. Does he normally play Standard? It was about whether or not he plays Standard. What is your opinion? Okay, watch this fight. Blinking forward. Storms all over it. Very good Storms. Stalkers just overwhelming. There's just no way to lose this fight numbers-wise. I don't think, Shin could break it. Archons are falling. Okay. Energy recharge is almost ready. I mean, Shin's soul, and he just leaves. He's just like, yeah, GG, I'm done. Taps out, throws the GG, and gives up in this game. All right, guys, a quick and brutal 2-0 lead so far for Classic in the top right, Shin in the bottom left. Twitch chat said 73 against 44 army supply in favor of Shin. He's still GG's. Yeah, I mean, you got to realize he did have +1 range. He had a Spire, but he didn't have an Infestation Pit, a Hydra Den, a Bane Nest. No second Evo, no second upgrade on the way. He was on, I think, about 72 drones, which seems good until you realize Protoss is on even higher. I think the Protoss was on 75, maybe more. 8 gases. There's cannons and batteries on that base. And his supply is all in Roach Ravager, which is grossly inflated in terms of the supply value it gives. Classic's actually going to block him this time. This is a nice little mix-up. The other question was, does Classic play Standard on it? That's a really good question from Pashka. Yeah, I'd say he's very standard these days, but Classic's always kind of had his own way of playing StarCraft. Since he came back from the military, he's been a little bit more kind of solid macro player, some good timing attacks. I always said he was kind of like a very adaptive player over the years, like historically, especially when he was first winning GSLs and stuff in like 2014, first kind of came to the top of his play. He was known for playing every style. He'd mix in a cannon rush, he'd do an 8-gate 2-base all in, he'd do the sentry fly in on the top of the ramp and force field your ramp, but he'd also just play full macro games. It really felt like he was a player who just had a very big range, but he didn't have any specific flair in any one of those styles, and I would argue he still doesn't. I don't think you look at Classic and you go, parting, Blink Stalker micro, hero, crazy unpredictable plays. Like Classic has a lot of different strategies, but they're all very logical, efficient strategies. Hero will just do crazy stuff sometimes, right? With Classic, everything is like, he's got good range. It's not just like a showtime or a stats that just defends all the time. He mixes in a lot more timing attacks. He's more adept at map control, all sorts of different. Like he's more of a he's the most well-rounded guy, right? He's a wrestler. He's a striker. He's got good BJJ. He has good Muay Thai. He's just not the best at any of them. But when you put the whole package together, it's a very scary package. The games that I watched, he was not playing standard, but maybe I just got lucky and don't see a lot of boring standard games from him. Yeah, him against Cyril gets pretty slow, but like that Glaive Adept timing was really good. I mean, Classic's definitely been I would say more straightforward recently, like more straight macro games. But like I said, he's able. If he thinks you're weak to something, he'll do it. So he's not tethered to a particular style, like most players are. Oh, he's going to try and deny this even more. Look at that, the probe's even attacking. Depth comes in, he's going to get the drone. Oh, Shin should have been a bit quicker to react. He does get rid of the pylon, but look at that. The Adept's going to kill these Zerglings as well, dude. Oh, he could even deny the base. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah, you cancel that shade. That's another drone, Shin. What are we doing? Wait, Shin got inside the base. Shin killed 2 probes. Shin killed 2 probes with a 2-ling run by at the same time. That's why Shin wasn't really watching this. I guess he was focusing on the lings a little bit. Finally gets that 3rd hatchery down, but he's missing inject time in this main base. No, he's not, actually. That was a 3rd queen he built, so he's okay. He's A-okay. Oracle's on the way. Another Adept is building. 2 drones for 2 probes, but there is a delay on the 3rd. Then again, there was a probe block and a pylon and everything. I mean, this is not free. Good focus fire. Notice he goes after the weak Adept guys. And also, just pull the drones away and he should be fine with Spore Tricks here. Let's see if we can avoid losing any. Shin, very good handling. And that Adept should be gone. Yeah, really well played. New probe. There's still a probe here. That probe needs to go home. Oracle comes in, though. Shin, no doubt, is going to be in a bit of an erratic situation. Spore's not up in the main just yet. It will be soon. Zerglings do catch the probe. Nicely done. 3rd Nexus about to go down. Who the hell is ahead after this? I don't know. Okay, Oracle takes out the creep tumors. Ling's going to take care of that probe. Hey, very nice. Also, didn't Classic start his final... Was it his finals against Rogue in GSL where he started with a cannon rush? Or was that a different... I feel like that was... Was that Classic? I feel like that was... It was Classic recently who started a series with a cannon rush. So he's capable of a lot of different things, guys. I would say the only basket I would put Classic in is good StarCraft player. Oracle's going in towards the main. Gets himself a drone. Queen's quick to rotate. Oh my gosh, that's a crazy dive. That Oracle's going to go down. Yes, it does. Costly. Very costly. Oracles are not cheap units, guys. They need more than that. If they stay alive, it's fine. Ooh! Adept not in the wall. And those lings, great surround. Only 1 ling goes down for that. And spots the Twilight, spots the 4 gateways. Not that that's the biggest L, but really effective. Clicks on a gas probe, clicks on the other gas probe. Doesn't quite manage to finish it. He's going to go back in for it, is Shin. And Shin gets himself 2 probes. As well as, of course, a big distraction, big scout, lots of lost gas mining time. More Adepts are warping in. It's going to be a total of 6 Adepts here. Head Probe's trying to deal with the Zergling. It finally goes down. Bathing Nest on the way. Shin wants to play Hydra Bane. Does not have a lair as far as I can tell, though. He's got 2 gases, 3 mineral lines up. And he's building Mauling Bane to defend this Adept counterattack. There's only 1 Oracle on the map. Blink and Templar Archives on the way. Classic trailing by 6 workers. These Adepts need to get something done. Here we go. Picks up a few creep tumors. Starts to go in towards the Nat. Adepts do not complete the shade, and that is wise. Creep tumors respread on the front as well. 5 queens. Not a crazy amount, but if you're going Hydras, you shouldn't need too many queens, as those are going to be your anti-air a few minutes from now. Two more gateways on the way. So we've got 6 gate Templar Archives as well. Things trying to go for a surround. Oracle, of course, scares them away. She needs to get out. Don't want to throw too many of these units out. There's a pretty decent Zergling count. Does kind of... Seeing a lot of Zerglings always makes Protoss players feel a little bit more like, am I playing against Hydras or Mutas? Because I don't see any Roaches. Probably a guy who's skipping Roaches. We don't have confirmation, but it might be something he's already sniffing out. Of course, I'm expecting Hydraless play. Just staying active with his lings to keep his opponent claustrophobic. 67 workers are up. Shin goes Hydraden. And his 4th base coming up. I think he could go to 75 drones. I think Shin could easily build 8 more workers. He's just massing lings. Oh, he's so paranoid about Blink, isn't he? He was like really worried about the Blink Stalkers hitting him. So he's actually just massing Zerglings. I think this is a bit overly safe. Obviously, I see everything. He doesn't. Easy for me to say. Double forge. So he goes for a forge in the main and a forge in the 3rd, just to make it as hard as possible to effectively chrono boost his upgrades. Does make it hard for your opponent to scout as well, though. There's a give and take to everything in StarCraft. He's coming forward. Goes for a surround. Does have +1 melee. Oh, I guess this is why he built so many Zerglings. Storm comes in, though. Storm does at least finish off one of the Adepts. Overall, though, I think these are perfectly fine trades for the Protoss. He's got more Storm. You got to be careful. But, hey, gets rid of the Nexus. Even Storm couldn't save it. Nice pick off. Hydras are on the way. 77 workers are now up. Bane speed's almost finished. We've got Hydra move speed coming in. Bane speed, Overlord speed. The only thing I'm worried about is no Groove Spines queued up, so I'm just hoping he remembers that. There's a lot of things he's doing, though. Triple drop. Oh, he's going to drop Lings or Hydras in the main. I think a 12 Hydra drop's really amazing because a Warp-In can't really deal with 12 Hydras. You need other stuff as well. I think with Energy Recharge now, maybe it's a bit more possible. Of course, if you just drop 24 Zerglings, that's a much cheaper drop. It is still going to get in the main and natural mineral lines very quickly and force a large response. Storm does not damage buildings. Most spells do not. The Oracle Pulsar Beam just damages buildings. What other spells damage buildings, guys? Kerrigan's Big Giant Psystorm from the campaign. I forget what that ability's called. She has this crazy AoE storm type thing. Plague in StarCraft 1 damages buildings, apparently, says chat. I didn't think that's true. Are you sure? Banelings rolling in. Remember, these Banelings do not one-shot probes. Oh! Okay. Hey, probes, not too bad. Not too bad. And there we go. It is a Ling drop into the main base. Hydra Baneling coming forwards. Baneling's going around that left side as well. Oh my. Ling Bane Hydra setting up a giant spready. There's only one stasis trap, one cannon, and a bunch of storms. Left side Banelings do get cleaned up by Archon Storm. Great spread on the units, but guess what? Main base is getting dropped. Those Lings are going to cause big issues, but the real fight's at the front. Storms are fantastic. Classic. His Storms clean up the Banelings, but he's just got no units, mate. He's got like 6 Stalkers. The Lings surrounding his High Templar. The Lings do take down one of those High Templar that had enough energy for Storm. The Stalkers trying to hang on, but in that main base, guess what, guys? The Lings tore up the Stalkers in the main base. They are ripping him asunder. Classic a bit too far behind from that early game, and SHIN will not go down without a fight. All right, guys. SHIN, he's got a point on the board. Hope has been restored. Some Shintastic Hydra Bane surrounding there. And we're going to have a low ground wall off. I was about to call this map Golden Age, guys. It is Maganatha, of course. What am I talking about? We did have a question. So does he micro all those units? Nope. You set it up ahead of time. You tell the Overlords to unload in the main. And then you have to F2 A move, tell the Overlords to unload. And then you just manually move your screen around and just box things, tell them what to do. That's what most pro micro is. Yesterday, Pig was placing EWC players to different tiers. Where did Classic end up? Which tier? Ooh, good question. Well, obviously those tiers are kind of like where they're going to place in the tournament. You have to be top 3, likely top 3 to get placed in the S tier. Below that, it's A tier. I think Classic was in the A tier, if memory serves. But that video will be up on my main YouTube channel. Maybe tonight or tomorrow from when I'm live casting this. So hopefully it's up over there already. Pretty long one, so I've cut out a lot of my random chatter and like I've edited out some of the bits of I'm like halfway through editing it. Just a lot of me like double checking stats and just like musing on things. I'm trying to just cut out the points where I am kind of researching or thinking out loud and keep it more to like a little bit of musing and showing stats, but also keep it just a little bit more respectful of my audience's time. Whereas doing it on stream, stream is very much, hey, let's just figure things out together, have a free-flowing experience, unfiltered, unplanned, unscripted, unedited. So you get like, it took me like 2 hours, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours on stream doing the tier list. That's with ad breaks and just talking to chat and, other people linking me things and getting interrupted by stuff. So the video itself shouldn't be anywhere near that long. I think Classic is like Cure in that he often hypertunes his build to the opponent and is not that high in APM. Yep, I'd say so. I don't think Classic's crazy fast. I never look at Classic and go, wow, best multitasker of all time. I don't really think of him as slow either. It's not like he is slow, but there are situations where Max Pax can do a perfect 3-pronged defense and fight his way back tooth and nail. Like I don't ever really see Classic make a Max Pax style comeback. You need to be incredibly fast to do one of those. All right, third base goes up on the right side. Just being annoying with this this probe, man. But good thing to see Shin got his natural on location. He's got that third queen building really early. Queen's out front. The Adept's going to poke in and start to be a nuisance. Of course, the Adept's just checking the third. Sees that it's there. And just cancels that shade at the last second. First Oracle's getting chrono boosted in the main. Let's hit 50 energy. There we go. Pylon goes down. Whenever you start your first Stargate or Robo unit, or you start a Blink or something like that, you know, whenever your first tech structure kicks in, is a good reminder to go, oh, I'm making Blink, or I'm making an Oracle, or I'm starting an Observer, build a Pylon at the same time. Really good habit for any Protoss players out there. If you're not one for like memorizing entire build orders, just having little habits like that where you just link random things together, a really good way to, you know, just piece by piece make yourself a better StarCraft player. It's much less like, I'd say tiresome, or like, oh, I've got to learn an entire build order. Oh no. Hey, cute little pylon box. And he can always hide in that corner. He could just click on this mineral patch once he's on this side to phase through that Adept. Mauling's coming in right now. Oracle is still here. And he should be able to keep this alive. There's no way. Oh, Shin! No, he's overcommitted! Oh, it was such a clever Ling Wave. It was so well timed, but he loses 11 Zerglings. Doesn't get the cancel. Oh, 3 Adepts on an Oracle able to defend. Shin does not feel good about that. It's a pretty big commitment cutting workers that early. But at least... Oh, and he didn't skip Spores. I always say, like, if you do Ling Aggression, but you keep the Oracle... Even if it doesn't do that much, but it keeps the Oracles at home and allows you to skip Spores, it kind of pays for itself. But in this case, he had the Spores. He was hoping the Oracles would fly across. The Spores would defend while his Lings canceled the third, so doesn't get that little bonus. Oh, gosh. All right. Only 2 drones, actually. That could have been much worse. Red hit point Oracle for just 2. That's worth. All right. Queen's over there as well. Classic. Getting a bit dicey. +1 melee's on the way. Forge and Twilight coming in, of course, for Classic. Classic going for many gateways. Glaive Adept all in. What the heck is this? 6 gate already before, or is it just Blink? Like, I'm not sure. He's got Forge. Surely you're not going Forge with Glaives, but like, why are there 6 gates? What is this, guys? It is! It is! You know, attack doesn't even really help them, except for killing like buildings and queens as well. So, I think he's just not really going to prioritize using the Forge. I don't know why. He senses that this is the right thing to do. Maybe because he just saw no Roach Warren? He figures if there's no Roach Warren, you're not going to be ready for it. There is a Roach Warren going down, though. Lings right now tracking those Adept Shades. It's a very late Roach Warren, keep in mind. It's in that main base right now. It's an incredibly late Glaives as well, though. Like, really late. Like, this is like, oh, no, I'm playing a totally normal game. Oh, wait, surprise. Here's 26 Adepts. +1 attack finally coming in as well. There are 10 Adepts on the map, of course. Hiding them in the main is usually the way to do it. He's got 3 in the third. 7 on the front, I think it is. Yeah. Clearing the creep up, just being a nuisance. We want to see some big Adept warp in soon. There's a Ling nearby. Classic clears up that Adept, and I think we'll see Adept warp in right after. Yeah, just removing the Zerg vision. That's the way to do it. Oh, he could fight this maybe, but he's gonna lose an Oracle. Oh, that's great for Shin. Cleans up an Oracle there. Stasis Trap tries to come in. Oh no, pull away, pull away, pull away. All right, Lings do get surrounded. Glaive's not ready just yet, but that is a ton of Adepts. 16 Adepts, 10 Roaches are on the way. Does he have a wall off? He doesn't have any wall off. No wall off. The Evo and the Roach Warren are meant to be in the wall for a reason. It's so you can buy yourself time against these sort of dirty tactics. Classic. That's 6.5 minutes with the power of the Glaive Adept. I think he's just realized players are playing greedy against Glaive Adepts right now. And he knows he's got such a good late game. Players are afraid of falling behind because Classic's late game's so good. So he's alternating really committed Glaive Adept timings. And then he's just playing a really greedy Stalker Storm game. And because he goes back and forth, which one do you pick as a Zerg? It is so hard to walk this tightrope of being safe against this without falling behind against the greedy plays. It is so hard to identify which one you're up against. And once again, Classic is finding massive, potentially game-ending amounts of damage. Shin! Oh, this hurts, mate. He's fought hard. He's fought well this whole tournament. Took out some amazing players. He had a crazy match against Beyond. But now he finds himself down in the dumps, losing 34, 35, 36 workers. That is so painful. 37 workers go down. He's still got 3 more Adepts they can counterattack as well. He's got Stalker Sentry, Cannon Battery at home, 6 Gateways warping in more. These Adepts are going to shade past this. So it's going to be a Ling Roach Ravager counterattack off 24 drones, which makes perfect sense. Shin is up in supply right now, 74 to 41 army supply, that is. Obviously, he's down 40 workers. And with Cannon Battery coming up, maybe a few stasis traps, or just the Oracle turning on the laser beam. Man, this is going to be hard to break through. It is only 6 gates before. Now it's 8. There's a battery on the natural as well. And look at that. Stalker Sentry, a few force fields could be excellent. Indeed they are. Oracle going to turn on his laser beam. Stalker's doing really well with the help of the cannon battery as well. Bios are trying to help out, landing a little bit in there. But Classic's micro has been pretty decent. Remember, he did not have blink yet. It's going to be finished in about 20 seconds. He's going to pull probes here, realizing he's just got to survive. He's got to keep the damage output alive. The Stalkers and Sentries. If he loses all the Stalker Sentries, he doesn't have the damage output. Happy to sacrifice a few probes. Shin, he needed to get the kill right there. He's on 21 workers. That was a disaster. And Classic, man, it felt like, I don't know what it was that made him decide to do this, but it felt like it wasn't something he was planning to do, and he just decided to do it. And I don't know what it was that he saw. I guess he killed the Overlord.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
And, yeah, at the moment he kills the Overlord, he's like, this looks like a normal build. Guess what? I'm not going to go 4 gate. I'm going to go, you know, I'm just going to build a whole bunch more. We're going to go 6 gate. Why not? I think he's just like, hey, your Overlord gives you the false sense of what's going on. It's just a very, very, very nice pivot. Really well played by Classic. Gets the finals. GG, well played.